Hey everyone, it's Diane. In today's video, I have a few plants in the greenhouse. Got my cardinal climbers, my zinnias, tomato plants, some rosemary, some salvia, some marigolds. I bought some little miniature roses, some celosia, and I just love this little stuff. I definitely have downsized for sure, but I still am going to have color this year. I also have some vinca, one of my favorite plants for the hot, sunny areas. Crabapple trees are really pretty right now. You can see them everywhere in this area. But look at the blossoms. Aren't they beautiful? So here you can see all the trash on the hostas, right? I kind of leave it until we're kind of free of some really cold weather, because otherwise if I would take and rake that off, they would come up way too quickly because the ground warms up too fast. So this has kind of helped. We are May 7th today, and they are first spiking out of the ground. Hi, sweetie. I wanted to show you here. There you can see the hostas coming. But once we are free from this freezing weather at night, real cold frost, which I think we're getting close. I'm thinking the weather's going to finally straighten out. I'm going to be raking this off probably. But you can see the new growth coming. We will have to see about the woodland gardens. I know the hostas are starting to deteriorate out here because of our dry seasons the last few years. So we'll see how everything comes up here. I was kind of thinking last year to move some plants and start spacing them a little closer, because some are really distance apart, and then maybe toward the back there do something different. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. Overall, I don't know how long this grove is going to last. It is old, and how long it'll be here, it's hard to say. But these old cedar trees looks like they can live forever. But we do got some plant life coming. I'm not seeing a lot of hostas right now, but there is some other stuff spiking out. There's a few hostas there, but we'll see what comes back this year. We'll update you later. I was kind of concerned with my heuchera, the corabells coming back since we were so dry last year, but it looks like the bed is coming in, it's filling in. So I'm pleased with that. It's one of my favorite places. The heuchera, they're really easy to manage and to take care of, but they're all coming. So here's my goldenrod. I put them in corn crib tunnels because this really helps support them, and it does fantastic. You can barely see them as they grow up through them. But what I did this spring is I divided some. There was some going off the path, you know, as they start spreading, and I placed them right here, dug some up. Good time to divide your goldenrod was early spring. It's done really well. So I'm pleased with these, and plus I was able to do it right before some rains, and that really helped too. So if it's calling for rain, good time to divide some of your plants out. The purple Pallas heuchera is so pretty right now. It just looks so nice when it comes out in the spring. Isn't it amazing? Such color. If you like volunteer maple trees, these are the trees for you. These maple trees are not ideal, but they do provide good shade. But when they do send out their seeds, these volunteer quite easily all over the property. The Liberty apple trees are really blooming right now. Didn't get a chance to prune these apple trees, which they really needed this year, but it looks like we're going to have apples, doesn't it? You can see all the blossoms falling on the grass. This is an amazing tree, very hardy, produces tons of apples. Makes great applesauce, apple pies. I'm starting to add more garden art to my gardens, and I really love how it's starting to all come together. This will be my vegetable garden here. It's not real big, but it'll be enough. You can see the asparagus is coming. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mounds of them right here, and they are coming up nicely. This rain has really helped. Look at those nice asparagus. Good. My strawberry bed is coming. I actually did some digging up this spring already, and you can see toward the back of my strawberry bed there's some new plants. I did it right before some rains, and it was the ideal time to do it. And you can also see that I dug some out last year. I wanted to do that because it was getting so thick and I couldn't get in here. Now I'm able to pick the strawberries easily with these paths that I created in my bed. So I think they're going to do well this year. I extended my strawberries out a little ways, and I want to have a nice big bed eventually. The hostas are spiking. You can see how sparse they are in spots. We have had some drought the last few years, but now's the ideal time to divide these and move them around if you want to. I may have to do that. This used to be nice and full. You can see the bare spots right there. There should be hostas spiking throughout that whole section, but there is not. They died out last year, and that's kind of a shame, but that is just the way the weather has been. But if you want to divide, now is the time to do it. It's the easiest time to move your hostas. My hens and chicks survived the winter very well, as you can see. I finally got this area where I want it. I've been digging some up and giving them away. And also, finally, with all the new varieties, I'm pretty pleased with how it's coming together. I will have to do some work in here, but all in all, they wintered well. Look at all the color. It's just amazing how pretty they are this time of year. My daylily bed came in really well despite our drought last year. These guys are amazing, and they can handle the weather. I got one phlox right there that has to come out. I need to get that, dig that out of there and move it. The dandelions are out in full force. And there's Willow. Hey, Willow. Hey, babe. Willow, what you eating? We're gonna get some weather today. She's eating grass. Is that good? Willow, look at me. So we're at the beginning of the garden time, and we've got a lot going on. Plants are all coming in. Grass is nice and green. It's going to be gorgeous here in a month or so, so I'll look forward to showing this to you. We'll see you next time. Take care. Happy gardening.